Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today, we're scheming to get our world title back in Fire Pro Wrestling World. First, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, whether it be in chat or the VOD, no matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours. Happy to see you. Hope today finds you well. All right. Getting back to my proper screen here. Bippity-boppity-boop. There we are. Okay, I have done not to say that I haven't done any prep. I have kind of brain booked sort of what I want to happen here. One thing I can share is that as we were counting down, you can see we offered someone a contract. We had our roster at 50 strong, so why would I bother offering somebody a contract? Well, I'll tell you. We happen to have... Oh, minus staples, there we go. We actually got Kazushi Sakuraba to join our promotion. They currently have the Noah Championship in their possession. This is another one of those deals where I've hired someone on the condition that they defend the belt that they have, and wouldn't you know it, they're going to be released as soon as they drop this title. So I need somebody to come in from Noah and take this belt off of Sakuraba. So we're going to have a guest in, at least one guest in. And other than that, our world title has been being held hostage, I suppose, by a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent, as the Switchblade Jay White is the current GWA World Champion. So I thought one of the matches that we could book today would be to crown a #1 contender to that title. So we'll get to that eventually, but first, let me just do a quick check here of our wayward champions. As we said, we had Sakuraba to deal with, and let's put the NXT belt on the line again. See if we can't get that back. Plus it gives us an Eddie Guerrero match. Let's invite a couple folk from Pro Wrestling Noah. I'm so glad we remained friends with all of these promotions. We can right some wrongs and get everybody their belts back. Holy moly! It's fun watching them like hire somebody and then like put the rocket on them, you know? Like here's Rey Mysterio of Dragon Gate with all the belts. Okay, coming in from Noah. I mean, it's going to be Go Shiozaki or Nakajima. And Go's attack and defenses are much better, so let's try Go Shiozaki. Alright, Go, come on down, buddy. Sure. Got ourselves a deal. Alright, so we have a contender for the Noah Championship as Go Shiozaki is coming in. Go Shiozaki versus Sakuraba. The other thing I wanted to do is try to maybe get somebody else in from NXT, which will be up here. Anybody. Oh man. What's these people just beat up? Somebody v. Eddie Guerrero. Mistakenly last time I was like, oh, I need to find a junior heavyweight. But no, we have their main belt, so it can be anybody here. Who looks like the biggest, toughest threat possible? Ooh, those are fun tights. Some of these people are still with the company under different names. Some of them are no longer with the company. What is this? Oh, this must be 205 Live also. Okay. So it's NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live. That's funny. They've not hired a soul since this started, and why would they need to? They got a whole roster. Oh man, this would be hilarious. He's just not. I know he's not great in the ring. C+, C+. You're not gonna beat Eddie Guerrero with C+, C+. All of these are C's though. Oh, our first B and a C. They don't really trust the promotion, but they might be willing to come work for us. Oh, here we go. I mean, technically no longer works there in the real world, but B+, B+ here. Okay, let's just look for the most skilled athlete as a good start. So far, it's Killian Dane. Just gonna try to overpower him. Oh, Trent Seven's close. We're getting to the end of it. And it's, okay. It's Killian Dane's to lose. Yeah, come on through. Killian Dane, Eddie Guerrero. Style clash, but that'll be fun. Okay, for the NXT belt. And I'm pretty sure I've got everything else sorted. Except for one... Well, it's partially sorted. But how it's going to shake out, I thought it would be fun to do live. So bear with me as we turn to, for the very first time, the GWA Wheel of Fate. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to have an 8-person tag team match. 4 of the competitors are former GWA World Champions. The other 4 competitors have never held the GWA title, but are in reasonable contention, more or less. And what I wanted to do initially was put all the champs on one side, all the non-champs on the other, and then have a match. It's the good old contendership scramble. Whomever gets the pinfall, you're our winner. But then I thought, why not mix the teams up? So we have ourselves a spinny wheel. And now we're going to choose our first 2 team captains here. So with a spin of the wheel, we're going to find out who's going to captain team number 1 here. Ooh, former champion Kenta Kobashi will be the champion. Excuse me, will be the captain for team number 1. Excuse me for 1 second whilst I bop back over to my team 1 properties. Kobashi. Good to know. Cool. Done. Now let's see, team 2. Team 2's captain shall be oh, just CM Punk captaining the other squad. This just means that they'll be starting the match, essentially. Woo! I don't know how loud that was. Let's see. Let's leave all that alone. We'll survive if it's a little loud. Okay, team 2. Let me, So HBK... No, not HBK. CM Punk. CM Punk is your other team captain. And we are going to pick... who is on Kobashi's side. Alright, Kobashi's first partner in this 4-on-4 matchup. Like we said, winner is the number 1 contender and will face Jay White at the event later in the afternoon. Congratulations there, Kazuchika Okada. So Kobashi and Okada on team 1. That's pretty impressive already. Okay, Kobashi and Okada. Meanwhile, CM Punk will be paired with a Stang. Punk and Stang. Stink. Oop. Okay. Yeah, it's certainly a bit of an overbearing applause there, but there's not much I can do better at the moment. Okay. My apologies, but it'll all be over soon. And I missed it. Oh, Sting. Okay. Punk and Sting. Punk and Sting. Now, also joining Kobashi and Okada. Ooh, Raven. All right. Have ourselves a winner. Very interesting. This is why we call them the Strange Bedfellows tag teams. So we got Kobashi, Okada, and Raven. Punk, Sting, and their partner, Hangman Adam Page. Alright, well, we'll need one final spin after this. This Team 2 has just added. Hangman won't fit. It's Page. Punk, Sting, Page, and fourth member to be determined with this final spin of the wheel. This will determine the final partners for both Kobashi and Punk, HBK and Seth Rollins. Your two options, and it looks like Kobashi will be paired with HBK. Boop. There we go, all done. Well, Team 1. Let's just check this real quick. What a squad. Because Kenta Kobashi, Kazuchika Okada, Raven, and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels will be taking on CM Punk, Sting, Hangman Adam Page, and the Architect, Seth Rollins. Interesting squads. Let me just jot those down in my notes here. And again, the person who scores the winning pinfall or submission is the #1 contender to the GWA World Championship and will be facing Hangman Adam Page at the second show that we're producing today. So, what a star-studded main event, well, semi-main event, co-main event, let's call it, whatever. All right. Thus hath spoken the Wheel of Fate. Let's get back to our game screen. Okay, that's fun. We've invited Go Shiozaki and Killian Dane in to get some title defenses sorted. We had some other volunteers, well, not volunteers, we had some other people in from, I believe, GCW and WWE that I've sort of factored in. But let's book this sucker. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't have a TV deal anymore, and it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough making money, but so long as we sort of stay afloat, I think we'll be all right. Okay, we're in the event screen. How much? Wow, I didn't even do my training center maintenance. I must have really been out of it last week. Wowzers. I never let that build up. Oop. Doesn't matter if I lose money this month. I got a bunch in the bank. We can sit for a bit until we get a really good TV offer. Nothing local. I want at least national broadcast. I'd settle stepping back from the international pay-per-view audience, sure, to at least get North American coverage every time. Not just like local. I don't know. I think local is just like literally one spot in the Americas. Need at least national. Anyway, merchandise. How we doing? Okay, we got a lot of merchandise to make. If we want to make any at all. I think we can sell out a good 15,000 seater easy. Let's stay in America and see how best we can do on a 7-match card. Okay, we got some friends in. We're doing normal matches because we're not at October yet. That's the only time of year. Yeah, this was hastily set up. Let me just check the match rules here, because we did that promotional battle. See, as you can tell, once we go to match 6, they swap over, because we had fixed them to be GWA rule set for the first 5 matches when we did the promotional battle that we lost to New Japan. So now we have to do matches 6 through 10, just to make sure that everything's, everybody's on the same page, rule set wise as we go forward. Turn off crits. Wait a minute. That's not normally what I do. Let's go to first. These are actually usually on low, so they still happen. I turn them off for the promotional fights because I don't want either wrestler getting injured. They can get beat up, sure, but I don't want either wrestler getting injured, and it's the only way to make sure that you don't it's a guarantee that you won't have an injury. They can still happen, but it's a guarantee they won't be caused by a critical. Like, you can still get crit and not be injured, but better safe than sorry. All right, turn the speed up on these ones. Now, what else changes down here on number between 5 and 6? Just the outside. Everything else is good. Elimination off, lumberjack off, tornado off, cut play on, DQ count on, outside. All right. Almost done. Got to reinforce that GWA rule set. Bells all look the same. Beautiful. Now we start with title matches. I thought we would main event with the GWA belt, the GWA Junior Championship. Bill Bullock won the belt, hasn't really defended it since then. Let's go $10 ticket price and try to get 40,000 people in the building. Okay, Bill Bullock. Who did I want to put them against? Apparently, Sakuraba's a junior heavyweight. That's wild. Let's go Ray Phoenix. Fiery babyface Ray Phoenix. Not really drawing the crowd, but that's okay. So we got that huge 8-man tag coming up. So this is going to be the red corner. Red corner is the CM Punk team. Oh, there you see we have Carmel, and if we elect to use them. So CM Punk starting things off on his squad. Teaming up with Stang. Teaming up with Hangman Adam Page. Ooh, there you are. And their final partner, I believe, is Seth Rollins. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Well, that worked out pretty well. Two heels, two baby faces, a former champion. Or should be two former champions. Or are they all on the other squad? They were all on the other team, aren't they? Yeah, they're all on this squad. Interesting. As we start with Captain Kenta Kobashi, former champion, teaming up with from the Squared Circle K, Kazuchika Okada, former world champion, and their partner Raven, who must be smiling, grinning ear to ear. Not a former champion, but his other partner, Shawn Michaels, the only non-champion or non-former champion, is Raven. Everybody else has held the title and wants to hold it again. Shawn Michaels is the last one there. Still didn't draw as much as I would hope, but that's okay. We did just suffer that humiliating defeat, so it might be difficult to draw a crowd for a bit. That's why we're trying to stack this thing with as many title fights as possible. Okay, more title matches coming your way with match number 5, where the tag belts will be on the line. Kyle O'Reilly and William Regal. The Heat business. Put the belts on the line against... Oh, let's make Raven happier. Even happier. Hayabusa. And Taz. There we go. That should be a good one. Alright, more title matches. Who else we got? Ooh, Abyss, Hall of Fame champion. Let's put you in there with Minoru Suzuki. Oh, there we go. There we go. That did a little something. Now, more title matches. Okay, where's Eddie? Eddie? Can you go? There's that NXT title. NXT, Killian Dane's in. That's fun. Big Viking Killian Dane guy. Alright. And then we'll do... This belt has not been defended in who knows how long, but here goes Sakuraba against Go Shiozaki. Where are you? Go Shiozaki for the Noah Championship. Look at that! We were almost at capacity. Just like that. Things really coming together. Got a lot of titles on the line. And our only other non-title match, I just want to do a singles contest here. On the heel side of things, from the GWA, Mr. Brody Lee. Brody Lee. Facing Ricky Shane Page in from GCW. This seems to be like a very specific deathmatch outfit. Like, I'm wearing gloves because I don't want to handle that barbed wire. Let's do... Yeah, might as well wear it just for funsies. There we go. We filled this place. Whilst I'm still here, hang on one second. Just to see what effect it has, I am going to, and I've made a note here. change match 3 rules because I'm going to edit them at the moment. So, match style and rules for match number 3. We're going to make this a no DQ match. So that's off. Rope breaks are on. Let's leave those on. That's the only thing that can save you. It's not a tag match, so that doesn't matter. We're just going to turn DQs off. So this is a no DQ match. Just to help Ricky Shane Page a bit, I guess. So we sold this place out, which is nice. We're not going to sell it in an arena, huh? No, not with that card. American. What about rural? Yeah, what about here? That's too bad. Hang on. 18. So we just get 30 if we go large haul and make sure we make our expenses, which is fine. It's the biggest area in the rural. We can also sell out the 40,000 seater in the urban area. Let's do this just cuz. Let's do the bigger one in the smaller area, but that's okay. $10 tickets, just so I know that we've covered our expenses for it because we've accrued so many other expenses and we're about to do more. So I'm going to make merchandise. Okay. I'm happy with the way this is going. I just need everybody to show up for work. Boink. And everything will be great. Like, we're making a bunch of merchandise for the event. 5 and 5. 5, 5, 5. Oh, let's do 3. Like the luxury thing. No masks. They're hard to sell. And I'm gonna go 10,000 goodies for the kiddos. Oh, it's $1 million show just like that. All right. Oh well, I'm prepared to eat it once again. Okay, everybody that's not working. Wouldn't it be amazing if I just sent them to New Japan and they just brought me my belt back? Whoa, Ahmed Johnson is a star over there. Okay. You can have... That's a trios title, so I don't have to worry about that. You can have Brett and Ahmed and Kurt. Oh, they don't want Kurt. All right, you can have Brett and Ahmed and John Moxley. There we go. So we sent those 3 people off. Let's try sending people to WWE. You can borrow Drew McIntyre. You can borrow Misawa. And you can borrow Bobby Lashley. Okay. Let's do that quick. All right. So we've sent out some good vibes by sharing some talent. We've invited some people to our neck of the woods. We actually have 3 guests on this show that need to show up for work, so everybody cross their fingers as we proceed to the event. Everybody here? Yay! It's everybody who shows up for work. I love that when that happens. So let's just save that real quick. As we prep for our first contest of the day. Kazushi Sakuraba, the Noah champion, well, technically like the GHC heavyweight champion. Long dormant. Pro Wrestling Noah has been without its main championship for literally years in this wrestling universe. And we have finally have the opportunity to eventually get them their belt back as we sign Sakuraba on the condition that he continually defend the Noah championship. And he doesn't know it, but once he loses the belt, we're going to fire him. So here we go with Go Shiozaki versus Kazushi Sakuraba for the GHC heavyweight title, aka the Noah championship. Hey, Felly! Thank you so much for the resub. Hang on. No visual today, but that was me vigorously shaking my tambourine in celebration. Thank you so much, Pally, for your continued support of myself and the Silent G unit. Sakuraba here, the Noah champion, in the blue and orange training attire. A long-studied MMA fighter, stoic wrestling style. Didn't think they'd ever sign with us. Expect to see a lot of groundwork and submissions out of the Noah champion Sakuraba. Excellent defense so far out of Go Shiozaki. A more traditional pro wrestling style out of Go. Oh gosh, just folding him in half and delivering those devastating punches to the face of Sakuraba. Cold and calculated is the Gracie Hunter. The referee, as always, and thank you for asking, Felly, is the senior official here as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle, Mr. Bigfoot, or Senior Sasquatch when we're putting on shows in Mexico. The only referee tough enough to call the action here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot. Back and forth these two gentlemen go. Go Shiozaki would love to bring the GHC title back to Pro Wrestling Noah. As we said, it has been dormant in that promotion for a number of years as Sakuraba left the company to become a freelancer and nobody booked him at all. The only company I know of that attempted to book him has been the GWA, and it's been years. As you can see, Shiozaki slowly getting worn down by these striking assaults from Sakuraba. As we mentioned, his extensive MMA background, Sakuraba's. Former Pride champion. Used to call him the Gracie Hunter, as we said. Sticking to his roots. Not the flashiest competitor in the world, but you got to admit it is effective as he once again stacks up Shiozaki and begins to rain down those blows. That work in the midsection of the challenger is Sakuraba. Shiozaki busted open somehow those punches to the back of the head, which are currently illegal.
Give up.
And that is it. Sakuraba working the head and neck of Go Shiozaki. Busts his opponent open. Those shots to the back of the head. You can see he had a 5 count to break it. But pounced like a shark, smelling blood in the water. With that front neck lock, trying to pull Shiozaki's head off. Well, now that they've joined the roster, we know it will take a lot to wrest the Noah Championship away from Kazushi Sakuraba. Go Shiozaki not up to the task today. We gotta roll on here. Another wayward championship on the line in our next matchup. GWA talent Eddie Guerrero, the leader of the Heat business. Current GWA tag team champions, we're going to see them defend those belts later tonight, is taking on Killian Dane, the big Scotsman from NXT UK, trying to bring the NXT title back to its home promotion, to their home promotion. As always, the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, calling for the bell here, and we are underway. Killian Dane, the rather hairy gentleman in the Viking-inspired attire. Eddie Guerrero in his traditional long tights with a gold and blue flare. Yeah, there seems to be like a common complaint is that wrestlers don't look like wrestlers anymore, right? Like there's too, like the size discrepancy. People are more athletic, but they're smaller because of it, because they're not carrying like extra mass, so they can actually like, do more, et cetera, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like the time of the style of a wrestler looking like a Killian Dane or a Big Damo or whatever you want to call them. Now it's like you get 1 or 2 of those guys in a company because people backstage would be like, ah, we don't want them all to look the same. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of like 5'10" dudes that all look the same running around your locker room. I mean, there's room for everybody. And yeah, he never really got too much of a chance to even demonstrate his skills on a national platform. got saddled in a couple of stables, and then sort of drifted off. Most recently getting defeated by Shawn Spears on an AEW show, I think, like within the past couple weeks. As Killian Dane, as we'll refer to him going tete-a-tete with Eddie Guerrero here. The contender for the NXT title, handpicked by NXT General Manager. I don't know who it would be at this point. Can't be William Regal, he works for us. Maybe it's Triple H back there. Maybe Triple H sent Killian Dane to try to get the belt back from Eddie. Nice 2 count there. Big bad Killian Dane looking to out-power Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, the current NXT champion of the world. Proudly defending that. Hey, Hoom, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. I don't know why that sound alert didn't work. I don't think there is a NXT GM anymore. It's too, like, unless it's the paintball gun. Whoever's holding that paintball gun that painted the place, they must be in charge, right? Oh, nice exploder suplex there by Guerrero. Getting the big man off his feet. And right back on the attack goes Killian Dane. Slow and steady is the big man here. Trying to grind down and outpower Guerrero, who is now calling his 3 amigos for a bit of assistance. Let's go investigate quick why that sound alert didn't work. Maybe I turned them off accidentally. Killian Dane up. One-winged angel from the big man. Oh, we almost had a new NXT champion. Yeah, I love that they brought Regal out just to yell, "Blood and guts!" I mean, everyone's expecting him to. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised they did it, but that was more for like a TV audience thing than like an in-the-crowd audience, because I don't know that the LA crowd exactly knew what was going on, but like everyone at home knew, I would hope. What was the atmosphere like? What was the sort of like the feeling in the crowd after that MJF promo? How did that feel? Just like in the audience. Killian Dane taking his time here. Eddie trying to get back into this thing. Champion in a little bit of trouble here. Raking the eyes. Oh! Dane responds with a world's strongest slam off the ropes. Ducks the big clothesline, does Guerrero. Trying to set Dane up in the corner as we pass the 10-minute mark here. Right? Depending on how things turn out, that could turn out to be like a seminal moment in the history of this promotion. It's cool when you get to be live for stuff like that. On the opposite end of that coin, and I love talking about this, I got to go to Raw the night after Survivor Series 97. That was my first Raw. And to make matters worse, I had fallen asleep because I had stayed up all night Saturday. So I fell asleep during the pay-per-view. Hang on, gory special, gory bomb by Guerrero. 2, no! Dane barely escaped that time. Things heating up in this NXT title match. Guerrero finding some way to lie, cheat, and steal his way to victory. Oh, okay. Slap the phone out of the guy's hand. That's fun. Another gory bomb. No black tiger bomb this time. But Killian Dane grabbed the bottom rope. Nice. That lends authenticity. Oh, gosh. Saving grace. Shades of Devon Dudley there with that elevated reverse DDT from Killian Dane. But Latino Heat starting to feel it here. Another big exploder. Dane sets him off the ropes. Pump kick to the face of the NXT champion. We might be about to crown a new one. Center of the ring. Killian able to block that bomb attempt. Guerrero with a counter of his own. Jump against Zaguri. Back and forth these two men go. 15 minutes gone here in this title fight. Lots more action coming your way this afternoon. Lots more titles to be defended. We have to determine a new #1 contender to the GWA World Title, currently held hostage by New Japan talent Switchblade Jay White. Hang on, Killian into the cover. Guerrero out at 2. Oh, turns him inside out with that lariat. Nice combination there by Killian Dane, trying to drive the wind out of Guerrero. I feel like that speaks to the fact that Punk may have helped MJF craft this a bit, especially if he's doing pipe bomb-esque promos and so on and so forth. Like, he's right there as a resource. 3 Amigos, center of the ring, into the pin. Eddie Guerrero retains. Phenomenal effort by the NXT champion, GWA's own Eddie Guerrero. And the NXT will have to wait another day to get their belt back. Woo! What a fight. Okay, let me get down to extensions here. Oh, I'm so glad that I muted my own stream because it's been sitting on this Twitch page for a while. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they're not working. Boink. Oh, you know what? Maybe my little token expired. Hang on. Badoop. There. That may have fixed it. All right. Wowzers. What a match. Eddie Guerrero. Oh, Survivor Series. It was the... Yeah, Raw after Survivor Series. Bum, bum, bum. After the Montreal Screwjob, I got to go to Raw the next day. And like I said, I'd slept through it because I had been up all the night before. So I fell asleep during the Kane versus Mankind match. I remember that. That was the last thing I saw. And then everything that happened with Bret Hart getting screwed out of the world title happened. And then I learned about that in the car ride because it was school day, obviously, because I was at school all day. And then when Dad got home, and then we turned around and drove straight back into the city to go to the show, he explained, "Oh, by the way, Shawn Michaels is the champ, but it was really weird. It seemed like he didn't quit, or that somebody called for the bell and do. So anyway, the night after that all exploded, I got to go to Raw in front of a very confused crowd as to what was happening with the company. Turned out to be a huge moment in the history of the WWF. Ba-boom! The first of many times they would do the screw job finish. In fact, they did it exactly a year later to Mankind. All right. Couple of title fights down, and now it's time for a big ol' hoss fight. Ricky Shane Page is in from Game Changer Wrestling, so we've paired them up with Brody Lee. See how they fare against someone throwing bombs from the GWA. Mind you, we've sent Brody to GCW before. It's the battle of the G-based wrestling promotions. We're rooting for the guy in the black and gray. Ricky Shane Page in from GCW in the camouflage pants and black t-shirts, wearing his deathmatch prep gloves. As always, the referee on record here, Mr. Bigfoot, has already sounded for the bell. As you can tell, the size and viciousness, the violence of the competitors here in the GWA, only an individual with the stature of Mr. Bigfoot is qualified to keep order, as this is a very rarely contested no disqualification match here in the GWA. Anything goes. You must win within the confines of the ring, and rope breaks are in effect. That's the only thing that can save you. But beyond that, do whatever you want to your opponent to try to get that victory by pinfall or submission. That is Mr. Brody Lee in the gray and black. Former leader of the Dark Order in real life, unfortunately passed away a couple years ago during the pandemic, but not of COVID. Look for his dark discus lariat to take out Ricky Shane Page. Ricky Shane Page, or RSP as he's known. Uses a snap Death Valley driver, a high-speed variation of the DVD. Yeah, that was a rough loss. That caught everybody off guard. I mean, there were like a handful of people that knew what was going on, and then when news finally broke, woof, what a rough time that was. It was censored in Canada as well, so unless you don't count that as international. But yeah, and on the Fight TV app, where you can pay internationally and do it, there's no like oversight there, so they got to see it. And the uncensored version is all over like Twitter and Reddit and all that stuff anyways, so. Okay, so here's my big Booker brain thinking. Do you think this will lead to him starting a faction of the other pillars, or the people that he considers to be pillars of AEW, like AEW originals, revolting against all of the quote-unquote ex-WWE guys that they've brought in since? Like a reverse NWO, like it's already happened and they're sort of like trying to take their company back. Anyway, just a thought. Especially if they brought back Janela. That'd be hilarious. Just for run-ins and stuff. He'd be there 6. There we see a steel chair almost brought into play. There are no disqualifications in this match. A lot of respect being shown between these two grapplers. However, yeah, fair. Time heals all. Hey, Tyler, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Jungle Boy, I think, is one of the pillars. Yeah. Oh, super bomb by Brody Lee into the pin! RSP just rolls the shoulder and we fight on. But another huge lariat there by Brody Lee, looking to take Ricky Shane Page down and out. RSP survives. It has been 10 minutes of hard-hitting action here between these two hosses, and we were expecting nothing less. Big choke slam into the cover goes Ricky Shane Page, 2! Brody Lee just rolls the shoulder at 2.9. Oh, that's okay, Tyler. Happy to have you either way. Yeah, like an invasion instead of an invasion. They're already here. I guess it would be an outvasion. Or just a rebellion. But I don't know. I'm also sort of tired of the, hey, the Booker might be evil storyline. Hang on, Falcon Arrow, he does the deal! But it doesn't seal it. RSP fights on. Brody Lee looking for that knockout shot. Big boot to the back of the head. Just evasion? Yeah. They'll call it tax evasion. There's that dark discus lariat. 1, 2, 3. Brody Lee standing up for the GWA. What a contest. All right, so far just the Noah title match was a bit of a wet fart. Everything else has been great so far. What say ye? Heck yeah. Didn't really get out of hand for a no DQ contest, but Brody Lee happy to take that victory. Thanks for coming in, Ricky Shane Page. 91%. Not too shabby. All right, we got 3 more title fights coming your way and that big #1 contender 8-man tag. Oh, Felly, that's so sweet of you. Haha, isn't that great, Whom, when you're like, no, I think it's going to be this guy, and you get to be right. That's dope. All right, coming up next, Hall of Fame championship on the line. Unlikely champion Abyss, representing the Heartbreakers, has been challenged by Murder Grandpa Minoru Suzuki, and the Monster Abyss doesn't know any better than to say no. So it's Minoru Suzuki against Abyss. What a styles clash we have for you today for the Hall of Fame championship. Let's get down to the ring. Oh, they accidentally tagged Johnny Gargano. That's funny. As maybe is he back to being Johnny Wrestling or something on Twitter? I'd rather have Johnny Gargano's wife, but like a factor of like a bajillion over having Johnny Gargano in the Fed, to be perfectly honest. I'd rather have Candice LeRae for the women's division. Like, Johnny can stay at home and raise the kid. That's just me. Fans not quite sure what to make of this one as we start out here. Unusually cautious style out of the Monster Abyss. Some say the crutch of a competitor like Abyss is they need weaponry to do most of their damage. Whereas Minoru Suzuki has perfected turning his body into a weapon. As you can see the precision on those knee strikes into the big mush of the monster. These two men just standing toe-to-toe center of the ring. You can see Abyss slowly backing Suzuki up with those strikes to the chest, those chops to the chest, knocking the bigger man to the canvas. That should demonstrate for you the strike potency of a Minoru Suzuki. Old rival to Sakuraba, who we saw earlier on. Now, Suzuki came from a pro wrestling background and mixed his with mixed martial arts rather than Sakuraba coming from a purely MMA background and not even being willing to adapt that to a pro wrestling style. But we'll see if both adaptations of that MMA foundation will pay dividends for those two athletes. Sakuraba was very much successful earlier, making fairly short work of Go Shiozaki, especially once he had him busted open. Suzuki here against a much larger and more powerful opponent in Abyss. Mind you, there's no quit or backup in Minoru Suzuki. See if he uses a similar tactic to wear the bigger man down. Yeah, it was a nice fake out when they did Johnny Elite, because that could have been either of them until, you know, Nitro came out. Or Hennigan, whatever you want to call him. And I think everything about Johnny Gargano is summed up in that first part of your sentence there, Whom. I think Johnny Gargano being in AEW would be fine. That's all I've ever thought about Johnny Gargano. He's just fine. Like Cole. They're like Adam Cole. They're just fine. They don't elicit any emotional response. They do all the, like, technically do everything right, quote unquote, but it just doesn't register at all. They're just doing stuff. And yes, I'm willing to admit that part of it is that neither of them look like they're physically imposing at all. Like dangerous, violent. Like Adam Cole looks like a real nice guy. And then I listen to him in backstage things or watch his stream or whatever else. He's just a nice guy. There's like no sense of danger there whatsoever. Not like the danger that Suzuki's in after that powerbomb from the Monster Abyss. Trying to defend his Hall of Fame championship here. Now dragging Suzuki toward this corner. What does the Monster have in mind? Suzuki's trying to stop him in his tracks. Takes out the legs. Now trying to work the midsection of the big man. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, too nice, possibly. Because again, there is no, I get no sense of danger when he does his Mean Man promos, all that stuff. It doesn't, like, I don't... Yeah, Ricochet's very athletic. They can certainly springboard and, like, spin around and stuff, but nothing that they've done that I've ever seen them do has been like, man, this guy should be champ. This guy's the guy. They're just kind of good at doing stuff in the ring, but a lot of people are good at just sort of doing stuff in the ring. It takes so much more than that to be a like top-tier pro wrestler. As you see Suzuki now trying to take this thing down to the floor where he definitely has the advantage over the bigger man. Abyss sucking wind here. Suzuki trying to pick his spot. Once again working the midsection, trying to commit Grand Theft Oxygen on the Hall of Fame champion. Is Minoru Suzuki. He's done a great job of wearing Abyss down so far and right back to that neck lock. Abyss able to fend it off, but for how long? Big choke slam by the Hall of Fame champ, but he can't go for the pin. Yeah, Wardlow's a good hybrid of like definitely power base, but as he showed, he's got some hops as he did that nice counter to JD Drake last night. Like jumping out of the corner, doing that nice flippity-doo. I like that when there's a wrestler that, you know, they've shown you what they can do and they're good at what they've shown you, but then every once in a while they'll bust something out that you didn't know they could do or didn't expect them to be able to do, especially in like the context of the story they're telling. That's all awesome. Where in this case it was like Wardlow was so happy to be free and competing that he just like, he did that counter with a bit of flair, like, haha, you know what I mean, on his way to defeating Drake. At least that's how I interpreted it. Hang on. Oh, Suzuki looking for that Gotch-style pile driver. Abyss says, heck no. Comes off the ropes, does the big man. Big boot to the back of the head of Suzuki, who pops right back to his feet. Abyss trying to team up for another, but Suzuki counters. Oh, kick to the spine, all the way down the spinal cord. Sending shockwaves. Hang on. Quick choke slam by Abyss. Suzuki out at 2. You can see what it's taken out of him. Choke slam. Can't follow it up. Abyss desperate for some time and space to catch his breath. Suzuki trying to close that gap and puts Abyss down and out. Once again takes out the legs of the bigger man. Both men down in a big bad way here as we approach the 20-minute mark. Gotch style pile driver. Into the cover goes Suzuki. 1, 2. Abyss out at 2. Oh yeah, but that's like booking and protection. Like Roman Reigns only does like his 3 signature moves in all of his matches. And it's all about like perception, protection, you know, that sort of thing. It wasn't that Cena had 5 moves, it's that the 5 moves that he had were friggin' lame. Like his shoulder tackle off the ropes, that was super safe. Or his really weird, like, Blue Thunder, not quite Blue Thunder powerbomb. The 5-knuckle shuffle is ridiculous. Suzuki trying to break the arm that's been choke slamming him this match. But again, Abyss able to escape. Oh, yeah. And I'm fully in support, speaking of Roman's new deal, where he has to work, like, less house shows, etc., etc. Hey, Wrestling Cup Classic, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, Abyss's turn to apply an arm breaker to Suzuki. Didn't know the Monster Abyss even knew how to apply one, but he was too close to the ropes. Shock treatment. Suzuki spills out to the floor. Abyss following it up now. 20 minutes gone in this matchup. No disqualifications outside the ring. Anything goes. And a happy Thursday to you as well. Anyway, as I was saying, oh, hang on. Oh! The extended cut Gotch style pile driver that Abyss shakes off. Huge power bomb from the Hall of Fame champion to Minoru Suzuki. 2 in a row to the challenger. There are no countouts, no disqualifications outside the GWA ring, as you all well aware. The only place a match can end is inside, where a 3 count or a tap out will be registered. Suzuki going back to work on the arm of the big man. The Hall of Fame champion, the Monster Abyss, representing Shawn Michaels' Heartbreakers stable. In there with Minoru Suzuki, your challenger. Now Abyss has a 5 count to drop that chair, does so at 1, with some assistance from Minoru.
Back to work on the midsection of the big man. Just grabs a limb and tries to pull it off. Does Minoru Suzuki, but he's too close to the ropes once more. Little time and space for Suzuki to catch his breath. Abyss does likewise, but again, the big monster gets confused, bringing a chair back into the ring. This is not a no disqualification match. Oh, now Abyss looking to set Suzuki up in the chair, looking at the crowd to see if they know what he's up to. Big boot to the back of the head of the challenger. Impressive strength to slam the monster from Suzuki there. Gets him set up center of the ring. Nope. Repositions him into the corner. Oh, belly to belly into the turnbuckle by the monster Abyss. And now a bear hug. But Suzuki able to touch that bottom rope. And the referee, Mr. Bigfoot, calls for the break. Suzuki winning a strike battle there. Nice drop kick to the chest and now to the knees of the monster Abyss. And he grabs the leg and that will do it. Minoru Suzuki, your new Hall of Fame champion. Chopping the big monster down. Woo! All right, new Hall of Fame champion. Minoru Suzuki going over Abyss. 95%. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Ba-boom! New champion. Anyway, as I was saying before, from what I've heard about Roman Reigns' new contract, where he doesn't have to work so many, like, when they go back on the road for more regular house shows, he doesn't have to work so many of those. He just does the TVs and the premium live events. I don't know, sorry, I call them pay-per-views, but whatever, because you have to pay to view them. Other than, like, I'm fine with more people reaching that tier in the WWE. I think like that should be something that like more people should be able to achieve. Like it would give like the backstage talent something to strive for. Like Brock has it, obviously. Roman's got it. I'm sure Cena's got a similar deal whenever he wants to swing on by, so on and so forth. So I don't know. I'm in favor of them having like maybe a half dozen guys on the roster that do that. But you have to like build them from within. I don't think they should keep bringing people back and giving them that sweet deal. Like, I don't know how many house shows Edge is working, for example, once they get back into the swing of them. Okay, let me say this again real quick. Got another title match headed your way as the tag team championships are on the line. The current tag team title holders, Kyle O'Reilly and William Regal of the Heat Business, are taking on, representing Raven's House of Misery, Hayabusa and Taz. It's Taz! As always, the creature on feature, the referee on record, Mr. Bigfoot calling for the bell, and we are underway. Kyle O'Reilly wasting no time, taking Hayabusa down to the mat. Your tag team champions will be adorned in black and gold. As you see Hayabusa in the predominantly pink gear and Taz on the apron in his traditional black and orange. As Kyle O'Reilly putting on a clinic in the opening minute here. Showing off his superior mat work against the high-flying Hayabusa, who tags out to Taz. Now the action spilling out to the floor. Oh, nice stuff attempt by Taz, but Kyle O'Reilly able to counter. Full of beans today as Kyle O'Reilly starting this tag match out, as he continually goes to work here. Hayabusa and Regal respectfully staying on the apron, at least for now. Now a leg bar. See the top middle of your screen, the referee, Mr. Bigfoot, unable to do anything but look on as there are no countouts or disqualifications outside of the ring. This fight will continue as is until both Taz and Kyle O'Reilly return. Oh, Hayabusa now finally joining. Oh, God, his teammate Taz in this fight. William Regal, I don't know what lesson he's trying to teach Kyle O'Reilly, but he's finally joining the fracas now. Kyle O'Reilly using it as a distraction to scoot around and try to flank Taz, but great effort there. All four men outside the ring. This brawl will continue until Taz and Kyle O'Reilly return. No DQ outside the ring as Taz takes advantage of that with a wicked chair shot. to Kyle O'Reilly. And then a nice counter armbar on the chair. I don't know what else that adds to it, but... yeah, Regal potentially just like on the apron with such a man running through his head. You're not wrong. Oh, gosh. Kind of a DDT to a front neck lock onto the chair there by O'Reilly. This thing, I was going to say it broke down, but it started broken down to begin with, as now Hayabusa's pinned between the chair and Kyle O'Reilly's knee there. Interesting submission attempt. As now finally O'Reilly and Taz back into the ring. Quick tag out to the other half of the tag team champions, William Regal, who hits total elimination on the human suplex machine. Now Taz stylistically for the contenders here, trying to match William Regal with Hayabusa. That's very interesting. Nice forearm shiver off the ropes to William Regal, who stares Taz down as he adjusts his gear. Quick victory roll attempt by Hayabusa gets a 1 count on your tag team champions. William Regal and Kyle O'Reilly representing Eddie Guerrero's Heat Business. The other member of the Heat Business, Bobby Lashley, currently on assignment for the GWA, visiting the WWE, along with another couple of other GWA competitors. I think we sent them Mitsuharu Misawa, and I can't remember the third person we sent them. Oh, Mr. Bigfoot, he makes bank. He's been the chief referee of GWA since the start. Regal cutter into the pin by William Regal. Taz having to save his partner Hayabusa there, center of the ring. Now with Hayabusa down, in comes Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly unable to block Hayabusa. Getting back to his corner, and in comes Taz. This is a much better style matchup. Oh, Regal plex by O'Reilly. You can see the influence of Regal already on his tag team championship partner. What a student-mentor pairing this is. Quick tags now in and out from your tag team champions. William Regal now in there with Taz. Nice float over from the human suplex machine into the Taz mission from Regal. Kyle O'Reilly saves the tag belts. Oh, dragon suplex on Taz. You can see O'Reilly had Hayabusa pinned in the corner, so he couldn't make the save. Taz had to power out under his own. Oh, nice counter by Taz. But in the wrong part of town, once again, O'Reilly saves the matchup. They go high-low on Hayabusa. Capture Tazplex into the turnbuckle goes Regal. Taz able to lure Regal East to the center of the ring as he freshens things up on the Contender's side. Hayabusa in there, suffering a number of vicious strikes. Vicious shot there. Oh, Regal cutter from Hayabusa. Regal thinking better of things after he saw Hayabusa steal his own move. Tags out to O'Reilly and sends Hayabusa to the floor. This thing's gonna break down again. Taz mean mugging in the middle of the ring. Gotta get out there and help his partner. Oh, spike with a brainbuster. Hayabusa gets up dazed, but he's back into the fight. That's what the tag team championship means to all four of these competitors. Going tooth and claw outside the ring. Oh, both contenders sent into the side of the entrance ramp. Now Hayabusa retreating to the safety of the ring, at least momentarily. Taz trying to German suplex Kyle O'Reilly into the crowd. Somehow Kyle was able to avoid it. Still came down pretty hard on those mats out there. Oh God, head and arm Tazplex. O'Reilly and Regal back into the ring. This thing breaks down. Nice DDT by Hayabusa. Catching Kyle off guard. Rolls through into a facelock of his own. Oh, William Regal there to save the matchup. Quick tag out to Regal. Quick tag out to Taz. Total elimination of Hayabusa on his way out of the ring. Regal thinks he has things well in hand, just choking away at Taz now. Trash talking him while he does it. He has till 5 to break it. We got to break it 3. Nice belly-to-belly by Taz in response there. Oof, and an exploder from Regal. Suplex for suplex. Now sent into the corner. Northern Lights, but he's too close to the ropes. See O'Reilly trying to sneak around there. He had till 5 to get back out of the ring. Regal and Taz. Back and forth they go. Big clotheslines exchange, and Taz won that battle for the moment. Oh, Regal able to counter that suplex attempt. In comes O'Reilly. Champion's able to get the fresher man back in there. To get Taz plexed. Taz pulling O'Reilly back to his feet. Interesting decision to tag out here. I would have gone Taz mission myself. But in comes Hayabusa against Kyle O'Reilly. What a spin kick right across the brow of Kyle O'Reilly. That seems to have angered him. As they're exchanging chops, you can see O'Reilly backing up Hayabusa and backing him up, and Hayabusa caught him with another kick. Oh, one to the kidneys that time. Cuts him off from being able to tag Regal. Gets sent off the ropes. Big belly-to-belly by O'Reilly. Buys him the time he needs, and in comes William Regal. Hayabusa undaunted here. Right back into the champion's corner. Able to block the Regal stretch. Fights his way back to his feet, but he's momentarily dazed. Smartly tags out to Taz if that's the case, so he can recover on the apron. Another Northern Lights, and once again he's under the ropes. Double arm suplex into the turnbuckles by Regal in response. Taz is hoping one of these Northern Lights suplexes pays off. Belly to belly. Unfortunately for Taz, he's sending Regal closer and closer to his own corner. Oh, catching him with another half and half off the ropes. Into the Taz mission, but he's under the ropes. That's going to have to be broken. That could have done it. As Regal is sent over the ropes to the floor by a vicious belly-to-belly suplex from Taz. Taz distracting Kyle O'Reilly. Big pile driver while Hayabusa trying to work over Regal on the floor. Oh, God. Clattered the back of the head there by a steel chair is Hayabusa. Doing his best to bring the fight to William Regal. Major setback was that chair shot. Not quite the strategy. Oh, didn't quite pan out how they wanted. As Regal's able to get Kyle O'Reilly legally tagged in. I don't know if Taz is aware of the chair shot that Hayabusa just suffered, but Hayabusa is once again legal for the Contenders. Scoop and a slam by Hayabusa, who jumps to the top rope. Phoenix splash, but he's too close. Hit attempt broken up, or that might have done it. Same could be said after that stiff kick from O'Reilly. Back elbow off the ropes. As you can see, they're trying to get Hayabusa in that championship corner. They got him there now, but he breaks free. Oh, gosh. What a combination of strikes by O'Reilly. Center of the ring now. Hayabusa smartly grabs a headlock. Pulls him toward the blue corner. What a counter into the victory roll. Oh, just too close to the ropes. I thought that was perfectly positioned by Hayabusa. Able to tag Taz in. Dragging away from the ropes. Vicious forearm strikes from Taz. Referee might stop this matchup. But Kyle O'Reilly able to break free. Another Tazplex into the pin. 1, 2. Regal saving the tag straps as we're approaching half an hour in your triple main event. Kyle O'Reilly somehow, some way able to get back to his corner. In comes William Regal. Dropped to the canvas by Taz as we've officially passed the half-hour mark in this one. Taz and Regal going back and forth here. Nice clothesline from Regal, settling the score. Go behind by Taz, whip off the ropes. Took both men down. Poor timing, especially this late in the matchup. Taz able to recover. Hayabusa in, Regal sent out. Hayabusa and William Regal are your legal fighters. Oh, things should break down. Oh, all right. Back into a regularly scheduled tag team matchup quicker than anticipated. Off the ropes. Regal able to duck that spin kick. Not the backbreaker, however. Oh, Regal with an exploder. These teams have been going back and forth for over half an hour now. GWA tag team titles on the line as Hayabusa avoids a knee trembler from William Regal. Signals that he's going up top. 450 splash. 1, 2. Kyle O'Reilly with a kick to the side of the head of Hayabusa. Breaks up that pin attempt. Not even a 2 count. Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Regal out of 2. I thought Hayabusa had done the deal. Knee trembler by Regal. You can see Hayabusa clutching at his head and neck. Tag out to O'Reilly. Hayabusa doesn't know. Armbar. That will do it. Kyle O'Reilly sneaking up behind Hayabusa. Applies the armbar. No choice but to tap out. And the champions retain. What a contest. Excellent tag team work there at the end. Regal keeping Hayabusa distracted, sacrificing himself. Taking that high impact maneuver from Hayabusa, leaving Hayabusa wide open for what is apparently known as the Armageddon of Kyle O'Reilly. And the champs retain. Ba-boom! Title defense. That was a good one. Okay. But as we said, that's only part 1 of our triple main event. Coming up next, we are going to determine a #1 contender to the GWA World Championship, a belt currently held by New Japan's Switchblade Jay White. That's right, we ran a promotional battle against New Japan. Not only did we badly lose that promotional battle, we lost our main championship. As champion Mitsuharu Misawa, the first 2-time GWA World Champion, was unseated by Jay White. And in the wake of that bombshell, we have put together this 8-person tag team match, randomly assigned to these teams thanks to, and let me put it back up here, the Wheel of Fate. Team 1 is consisting of former champions Kenta Kobashi and Kazuchika Okada. Raven, not a former champion, but Shawn Michaels certainly is. So 3 former champions on Team 1. And across from them will be former champion CM Punk, and then 3 champion hopefuls, Sting, Hangman Adam Page, and Seth Rollins. Let's get back to our game screen here. Now, the object of this is to be the person who scores the victorious pinfall or submission. The winner of the fall, regardless of what team they are fighting for, will be the #1 contender for the GWA World Title. And as we said, we'll face Jay White in the second show that we're broadcasting today. Let's get on down to the ring for this 8-man match. #1 contendership on the line. I didn't watch the tag title unification match. Please tell me, at the very least, bare minimum, it was 2 out of 3 falls. And not just 1 fall to a finish, because that is super lazy. You could have got a whole hour out of like a 2 out of 3 falls match for that. They say things are prestigious and historic moments, but they just kind of say that over and over again, and you're just sort of meant to believe it. It was 1 fall. Brutal. Like, I don't know. What I don't like most about that is that, well, okay, it's like there's a tie of a number of things that are terrible. Like, it's overproduced, the camera cuts make it impossible to watch. But what gets me the most is that, for whatever reason, the in-ring stuff, like you know, the in-ring product has never been better. Like, people, men and women are busting their hindquarters to put on, like, the best possible matches. But overall, like, stipulations, storylines, motivation for having matches, like, I just can't care. Like, it's almost impossible to, like, really give a hoot about anything going on there. When it just seems like they don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's just reflected back at their audience. Like, yeah, sure. That's just how I feel. Oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah, he's had, like, I mean, Randy's been doing it for like 20 years. He's been off a couple of times with injury or suspension. Fair enough. Things get worn down. Or does he say he has a bad back from carrying his partner on it? Ha ha ha. All this time as we see some quick tags out. Hangman Adam Page now legal against former world champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. The man who unseated CM Punk for the GWA World Title. As we just passed a 5-minute match in what should be an epic 8-man tag here. Winner of the fall is the #1 contender to the GWA World Title. As we see, hang on, that looks familiar. Sweet chin music into a pedigree from Raven. Excellent teamwork there out of HBK and Raven, the leader of the House of Misery. Shawn Michaels himself, the leader of the Heartbreakers, teaming with Kazuchika Okada, the leader of the Squared Circle K. A lot of factional representation in this high-stakes #1 contenders matchup. Yeah, I think Riddle's pretty good. I wish they'd get, I mean, I know there's allegations or whatever, and they got rid of his first name to make it slightly harder to Google those. But again, that's another reason that it's harder to connect with people, because they futz with them too much. Like, don't get too attached to their names, for instance, because you don't know if they'll have them in another month. As we see Seth Rollins in there now against Kenta Kobashi. Kenta Kobashi, former GWA World Champion. Seth Rollins, former WWE World Champion. Has been a WWE Champion while being part of the GWA roster. I can tell you on this side of the equation, the only stable leader is Sting, himself the leader of the Black Moon Fight Club. The second leader in that stable's existence, following the retirement of The Undertaker. Sting was brought in to take over the duties there. Nice leg lariat from Seth Rollins to Kenta Kobashi. Quick tag out. Seth Rollins, HBK. Wouldn't have this been an interesting matchup in their prime? But it could have been sort of a Shawn Michaels Mr. Perfect situation where they sort of played the same role in matches, so putting them opposite the ring from one another kind of didn't work out. As I'm not even going to attempt to call all of the activity outside the ring. I will instead focus on the fact that Sting has isolated Shawn Michaels in the confines of the GWA ring. Or perhaps Shawn Michaels has isolated Sting, as I just saw Raven go to sleep, courtesy of CM Punk. And now Hangman Adam Page just felt the even flow. Rainmaker to Seth Rollins on the floor. Finishers aplenty. And you can hear the PA announcer trying to restore order here. Oh, sweet chin music out of the corner. Shawn Michaels doesn't go for the pin. Elects instead to tag out. I mean, he couldn't have pinned Seth Rollins, but Sting was also down. And now Sting and Kazuchika Okada, your legal combatants. Pile driver by Sting, and 2 count only. Sting looking to surprise everybody and put away former champion Kazuchika Okada to earn himself a shot at the GWA World Title and Switchblade Jay White. Go behind by the Rainmaker there. Oh, if I could figure out the technology, it would be hilarious to fake a picture-in-picture advertisement during one of these shows. I just squeeze my own GWA screen and put on like an advertisement for one of our sponsors. That's a great idea, like a Thick Rick promo. Maybe for like the finale. Sting tagging out to another former GWA World Champion, CM Punk. Now legal against Kazuchika Okada. Some speculated it might be Punk versus Okada at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view at the end of June for AEW in New Japan. But as we learned last night, CM Punk will be facing the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Get your tickets now or call your pay-per-view provider. Oh, and CM Punk applying that signature cravat of Okada to Okada himself. Another even flow for Hangman Adam Page by Raven. We are continuing, though, with Punk and Okada as your legal fighters. We know Phil would love another crack at the GWA World Title. But again, high-impact move to Okada, and Punk elects instead to cross the ring and tag in Sting. Now, I understand if you're part of the winning team, you get the winner's share of the purse. But the ultimate victory here is being the one individual who secures that pinfall or submission and earns that #1 contendership. As Sting, trying to slow things down, get his feet underneath him here with a quick sleeper on Kenta Kobashi. Kobashi having none of it, just slapping him down to the canvas over and over again. Sting with a suplex to get a little room here. Thought he may have been thinking tag, but Kobashi grabs an arm. Tries to chop him down. Nice counter there by Sting. Off the ropes comes the Icon. Nice. Bulldog off the ropes. Able to duck that back chop. In to the Scorpion Deathlock with a little woo. And that'll do it. Sting with the Scorpion Deathlock. Tapping Kenta Kobashi, staring into the eyes of Okada and Raven as your new #1 contender, the Icon Sting. Ooh, even hit the mark with that one. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna tell him he can't do anything. He's 60. Okay, 87. Pretty good. And we'll put Sting over Kobashi. Tapped a former champion to do it, too. Much respect. Okay, GWA #1 contender. So I can pencil that in as the main event of the next show. Sting versus Jay White. Sure. Let's do it. All right, it's time for the main event of this first show, the GWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. On the line, the champion, the convict, Bill Bullock, the only OG GWA roster member left. One of the original 6 that started the promotion all those years ago, and the only wrestler on our roster that does not have or had a real-life counterpart. An entirely fictional wrestler is the convict Bill Bullock going up against the very real Rey Fénix for the GWA Junior Heavyweight title. Let me say one more time and get on down to the ring. The main event of the first show almost underway. Mr. Bigfoot calling for the bell, and here we go. Rey Fénix, the challenger, the masked individual with the gold trim on their tights. Bill Bullock in his traditional black and green attire, your GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Bill Bullock likes to put his opponents away with either the Prison Plex, a cradle version of the Phoenix Plex hold, or the Stomach Claw, a deadly submission maneuver that Bill Bullock has mastered. In fact, the deadliest submission maneuver in all of professional wrestling, years 1981 to 83 inclusive. Has risen back to prominence thanks to the expert application of one convict Bill Bullock. Meanwhile, Rey Fénix has one of the flashiest movesets you're likely to see here. He can flash, surprise pin you out of nowhere. He can drop you on his head with his Phoenix driver. He can hit you with a Phoenix cutter. He can do a number of moves where Phoenix is the word out in front, leading to a Phoenix pinfall or a Phoenix submission. So we'll see how this one works out. Super kicks aplenty in Bill Bullock's future, or perhaps Bill Bullock will rip the very stomach from the body of Rey Fénix in defense of his junior title. Only time will tell. Nice snap suplex there by Bullock. These gentlemen have been going back and forth in the opening 5 minutes of this contest. Now a snap suplex out of Fénix. Anything you can do, I can do similarly, says Rey Fénix. I don't know if Bill Bullock quite has that kick combo in his arsenal, however. Fénix able to block that hammer throw, aka the Irish whip, off the ropes. Beautifully done. Springboarding into that kick into the chest of Bill Bullock at the 5-minute mark. Shades of the 1-2-3 kid there from Rey Fénix, who spikes the champion with a DDT, but Bullock able to roll right through, poke of the eyes, and then a shot to the ding-dong, and now these illegal strikes to the back of the head from the convict Bill Bullock, and that's the type of man the current GWA Junior Champion is, as you saw him work the eyes, the groin, and then those illegal shots to the back of the head. Anything to win, says the convict Bill Bullock. In defense of his junior title, he worked long and hard. The first taste of singles championship gold here in the GWA is this current title reign for the convict. Hang on. Tiger driver out of Rey Fénix hits a solid 2 count. Crowd appreciative of that, as well as of Bill Bullock's ability to kick out. Bullock has been hesitant to sign a contract to actually put his title on the line, and from his perspective, I can't say I entirely blame him. It's been so long in coming. Hang on, quick. Oh, roll-up attempt there by Bill Bullock, trying to steal this thing. Nice head scissor taker by Fénix, planting Bullock near a corner. Bullock quickly avoids that scenario. Big fist drop to the buttocks after he went low once again with the uppercut to the ding-dong. A lot of pelvic-based offense from Bill Bullock so far. Nice discus lariat by the champion. Once again coming off the ropes here. Shoulder tackle, trying to keep Rey Fénix dazed and off his game. Oh, Fénix with a quick drop kick, however, as we're cresting toward 10 minutes gone. Super kick out of Fénix after that DDT. Try to build some momentum and string some moves together here. A lot of these contests, you can see these athletes going back and forth, hold for hold. But you can start to string together a few things. Hang on! Round and round we go into the flip pile driver. 2! No! Bullock escapes just in the nick of time. Into the prison plex. 1, 2, no! Fénix barely escaped that time. A pair of near falls for each competitor. And this thing's heating up. Oh, spike with the Fisherman Buster by Bullock into the stomach claw. There it is, the deadliest submission in all of wrestling. Somehow, someway, Fénix escapes. Huge lariat off the ropes by Bullock. Trying to bring this thing home before Fénix recovers. Another dizzying lariat. Fisherman Buster. Back to the stomach claw. Fénix in a world of hurt, and that will do it. No one can survive the stomach claw, and Bill Bullock knows it. Title retained. I'm telling you, that stomach claw, deadly. Deadly. Fénix was just building his momentum, and then, nah, son, I'm gonna rip your guts out. Blah! And it's all over. Blah! That was Rey's guts. Boom. Big title defense to end us off. How do we do overall? 89 overall in front of 30,000 people. Okay, we're trying to rehab our image because, like we said, we lost that promotional war to New Japan. That's kind of hurt our reputation worldwide. Okay, we got a new Hall of Fame champion. That was the only title that changed hands in front of 31,500 people. That's pretty good. Now let's check out, we got any news here.
Okay, we got new 6-man champs in WWE. We got a new CMLL champion. New All Japan tag team champs. New Dragon Gate trios champs as well. New Impact tag team champions. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we lost less than 10 grand. That's pretty good because, like, yeah, our expenses were over $1 million. So to only lose 10 grand, considering we have no broadcasting contract, like we're just dealing with in-arena purchases as our main source of income here. We have no TV deal at the moment. Okay, AAA is doing a singles tournament, so we'll leave them alone. Not that we were going to bother them in the first place. I'm just going to check the WWE and New Japan shows to see if they use my my friends. Sarav from NXT wants to come in. Sure. That gives us a competitor for Eddie Guerrero again. Sure. So I can do Eddie Sarav versus Eddie Guerrero. Just penciling that into our next card for the NXT belt. I also need to change the match 3 rules. Okay, so let's save that after the show is ended. Now, let's do... Oh, this is going to suck. Who wants a raise? Montez Ford wants more money. Is it because we left you off the show? Consultation. Montez wants more money. Baby raises. Teeny tiny baby raises. For everyone that wants one. Personal advice. Hopefully there's not too many. Britt Baker wants more money. Is it because I leave them off one show and they're just like, you know what? Pay me more money to be here. Teeny tiny raises. Mind you, their trust is still in an S. I don't know. Maybe I treat them too well. Personal advice. Hiromu Takahashi wants more money. Sure. Our Legends Junior champ. Oh, you're at a C trust, so this might actually help. Okay. Any more? Kenny Omega wants more money. Sure. Can't imagine. Kenny Omega, who I think I've turned... Let me just double check here. Oh, good. I turned them heavyweight like they should be. Excellent. Baby raise for you. Uh-huh. Anybody else? Okada wants more money? Sure. Okada wants more money. There you go. Save that. Anybody else? Kevin Blackwood wants more money. Just in time to get a title shot, too. Okay, Blackwood, what's going on, buddy? Baby raise for you. I really hope this stops soon. Like, I really hope we run out of people that are asking for raises. We good? Luna Vachon wants more money. No problem. Oops. This consultation. Luna. Oh, she's not happy here at all. Anybody else? Oops, wrong thing. Personal advice. Trust. Scott Hall wants more money. Come on, guys. Help me out here. Did I skip a month and I gotta do like 2 months worth of salary gripes? Like, what's going on? Why are there so many? Sure. Personal advice. Bret Hart wants more money. Come on! Jeez, raking me over the friggin' coals, why don't you? There you go. All these little raises, they all add to my monthly total here. Starting to lose trust in you. That's because there's a couple of them that aren't so happy to be here. Sorry about that. Okay, so Sarav is in to face Eddie Guerrero, so I don't have to do anything there. Okay, I gotta bring in Jay White to face Sting. So let's do that immediately. Where's Jay White? Where are you? You son of a gun. You so-and-so. See what this is like. We'll see what this is like. How dare you? 1 second. Okay, we got the 3-strike rule in effect since we're playing on hard. So that was strike 1. How dare they say no? Yeah, I think that was everything, right? Invite. Jay White, get your butt over here. That's right. There. Now they're here. Save that. I also wanted to invite Randy Savage, who is the DDT champion. Come on through.
Oh, they wait. Interested in working with us, but they don't want to loan out their popular talent. Well, that's attempt number 1. Never mind the fact that we've been working with them a lot. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that was strike 1 on Mach. We got Jay White, so I can do without Macho, but I'm still gonna try 2 more times. Or once more, if that's all it takes. Okay, so I got Savage in. I'm gonna keep it in-house and put Savage against somebody already on the roster. I'm not hiring anyone. Oh yeah, I gotta bring in somebody, or either bring in somebody or just have somebody on my roster. I'm gonna have somebody on my roster try to just get the Noah belt off of Sakuraba. So that's gonna be our goal there. Okay, so let's book this next event. I don't need to bring in anybody else. I will make merchandise, check the merchandise and stuff afterwards. We'll stay in this 30,000 seater and see if we can make something of it. Need to change this real quick. There we go, now they're all the same. And we start with title matches. So in our main event, Jay White, Sting. There you go. Jay White versus Sting for the main title. Underneath that, we'll do Hiromu Takahashi's Legends Junior title. I was going to put them up against Kevin Blackwood. Strangely enough, these people just asked for raises and all that, so let's hope they're worth it. And then underneath that, we're going to do the DDT Championship, Randy Savage against, from the GWA, let's go, Bret Hart. Bret Hart, Randy Savage. What else do we got? Oh, somebody versus Sakuraba. I'll just leave that there for now. Noah Heavyweight versus Sakuraba. Oh. What else can I do? Oh, we have that guy in to face Eddie, so let's open up the show with that. NXT title. Eddie versus Sarav. Sarav. Yep. Okay. And let's see. Okay, we need somebody to face Sakuraba, and I need 2 matches, do I? I thought I had 7. Hang on. 7. Dude. Oh, okay. I know what I've done. I had a non-title tag match sort of pre-booked. Red corner is going to be Emmy and Britt. And on the babyface side, I'm trying to feud Kylie Ray and Becky Lynch, because I'm trying to feud Becky Lynch and Emi Sakura a bit. There we go. So wow, that did a lot. So some tag team action there with the ladies. We need a contender for Sakuraba. Okay. Now, I like, who do I put in there? I'm gonna try Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, Sakuraba, to try to bring this belt. Okay, Kurt Angle versus Kazushi Sakuraba for the Noah belt. And then let's do just a straight up singles match. More junior activity. Let's do, who's new? Jungle Boy's new, so let's do Jungle Boy, who we stole from AEW. Ha ha ha. Against Will Hobbs? That seems fun. Oh, wait, who's least trusty? Okay, Kevin Owens is still down to a C, so we'll keep booking Kevin Owens. So Jungle Boy Kevin Owens, just as a random match in there. And then amongst all the titles, so we got 5 title fights, 2 non-title matches. I might swap those 2. That should be 30. I don't know. Did that change much? Yeah. They don't really care. Okay, that. Yeah. So we start off with this junior heavyweight tag match. Then we have the NXT title on the line. Eddie Guerrero against Sarov, because Sarov has already volunteered to come here, so we didn't have to do anything. We'll do Jungle Boy Kevin Owens, just a match between two sort of recent signees. Kurt Angle, Sakuraba, trying to get the Noah title off of Sakuraba so we can fire them. DDT heavyweight title on the line, Randy Savage, Bret Hart. That'll get the DDT title at least back under control of the GWA, and we can then try to get it back to the DDT promotion. For the Legends Junior belt, this is staying in-house. Takahashi versus Blackwood. And then our main event for the biggest prize of them all, Jay White in from New Japan Pro Wrestling, the current GWA heavyweight champion, facing the Icon Sting after winning that #1 contender match. Let's see. Can I put this? Can I sell out the 65er? Oh, so close. Can I do the 40,000? Okay, hang on. So 45. If I do that, it's 44. That's more people. We cover our expenses. Let's just do that. All right, so we went to a slightly smaller or slightly larger arena. Got some more people in front of this. Save that real quick. And then we shall check our training center maintenance, which we always do, which is why we put on $1 million shows each month. I just want another broadcast contract offer. That would be great. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but we had a satellite, like internationally broadcast, like 2-year deal where we were making $1 million a month, and then we got no other offers. Like that expired, and we had nothing. And then we had an offer for like a local for like 3 years for $7,000 a month, and I was just like, not a chance. Okay, everything's sold out like crazy, so we got 40,000 things. 40,000. I'm gonna go nuts. Well, let's just do 5 and 5 again. I won't go nuts, because again, I'm trying to minimize my losses here. Oops. We'll leave that. We'll just say we don't really have the photos this time. We'll do 3,000 of these. We'll do 3,000 of these. I'm gonna do 10,000 of these. I'm gonna do a 1,000 run on masks. I'm gonna do 10,000 snacks. I feel that's a rather modest production, considering we have 40,000 people showing up. Not everyone's gonna be able to get merchandise. Okay, I'm not gonna loan anybody anywhere. Nuts to that. Let's take a look at did WWE do anything? If they did, I don't know. I don't think they did. What about New Japan? Taka Michinoku beat Ahmed Johnson. Bret Hart beat El Desperado. So those are two of our guys. Anybody else? John Moxley lost to Will Ospreay. So those are the people I sent. Okay. So New Japan at least used our talent. That was nice of them. All right, everything's saved. I'm not going to send anybody else out. We're just trying to get to and through this show. Fingers crossed, everybody, that everyone decided to show up for work. Come on, baby. Whoop. Good sign. Good sign. Is everyone here? Good sign. Do I have 7 matches? I do. It's a great sign. Okay, 5 more title matches headed your way. But to start things off here, to get the crowd a rocket and a roll, we have junior heavyweight action. Kylie Rae teaming with Becky Lynch to take on Emi Sakura and Britt Baker, DMD. As always, the ref on record, Mr. Bigfoot, calling for the whistle in this case, and we are underway. Emi Sakura in the purple, Kylie Rae, Smiley Kylie in the predominantly yellow gear. Emi Sakura possibly has more wrestling knowledge and experience than her 2 opponents combined, to say nothing of her own partner Britt Baker's experience. Sakura has been performing and teaching wrestling for decades. Also a delightful Twitter follow. Just very positive, upbeat attitude, even if she's stuck in catering at the back of these AEW shows. Just having a great time. Wish her nothing but success down there. As we now see Britt Baker and Becky Lynch for the first time. Becky Lynch, she of the red hair, dressed all in white. Britt Baker, DMD, also primarily dressed in white. Should be able to tell them apart by the black boots that Britt Baker is also wearing. There's perhaps a future Legends Junior Championship opportunity on the line for the winner of this fall. The only non-title action you're going to see on this show features competitors from our junior heavyweight division. Nice assisted slam there. Joshi style body slam by Britt Baker to Becky Lynch, herself a former GWA junior heavyweight champion, who will be looking to submit her foes with the Disarm Her, her variation of the Fujiwara armbar. As we pass the 5-minute mark in this opening tag team contest, Becky Lynch working her way back to her corner to tag in Smiley Kylie Rae, who it looks like they are trying to match up with Emi Sakura on the other side of things. Sakura bringing the fight back to the canvas, trying to slow Kylie Rae down. Oh, Kylie Rae thought she had avoided, but it ended up walking into that drop kick. Nice snap suplex in response, trying to get back on top of the offensive momentum of this matchup, as the two ladies are just content to slug it out forearm for forearm. Kylie Rae with an extra one for good measure, sending Sakura to the corner. In comes Britt Baker. Blue corner tags up, and now we have Becky Lynch in there once again, facing Britt Baker, DMD. Nice snap suplex there by the man. Oh, rolling soul butt deep into the guts of Britt Baker there. Both of these competitors with a submission finishing maneuver. As you see a bow and arrow applied to Becky Lynch by Sakura on the floor. The action spilled out where there were no countouts or disqualifications. These four ladies were able to beat each other senseless. And the only way to get back to a structured matchup is to have the legal combatants re-enter the ring. Kylie Rae thought better of it for returning to the fight here. As I was trying to point out that both Becky Lynch and Britt Baker employ a submission finish, as you see a crossface out of Kylie Rae. So submission expertise across the board here between all four of these competitors. Britt Baker employing that lockjaw, her version of a mandible claw from a crossface position. Sort of a half ring of Saturn. Becky Lynch, of course, with the Disarm Her. You saw a bow and arrow submission there out of Emi Sakura. Kylie Rae with that crossface. There's that lockjaw I was talking about. Gets her the rings of Saturn position. That's a more accurate description. And then into that mandible claw. Roll through, trying to reposition Emi Sakura for Kylie Rae. Some unexpected teamwork out of Lynch and Kylie Rae there, and a 2 count on Emi Sakura. Britt Baker in to save things for her partner. As this, the opening contest, this second of 2 match cards we're bringing you. We couldn't be happier to have you strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle. That's right, the GWA, the only wrestling promotion out there with 3 silent letters for its acronym. Britt Baker is legal. There's nothing the ref can do until Sakura relinquishes or Kylie Rae breaks the hold. Super kick by Kylie Rae might have bought her some time here. Going for a quick pin, but wrong part of town. As Sakura is able to break that up and apply a dragon sleeper as well. Kylie Rae suffering, scrambles back to her corner to tag in the fresher Becky Lynch. Now it's Lynch and Baker once again. Across the ring from one another. Nice double suplex on Britt. Able to power out at 2. Sakura sending Lynch across the ring, back into the red corner, helping her tag team partner out here. Britt doing herself a favor as well, winning that strike battle. Trying to keep Becky Lynch in the red corner, keep in your half of the ring, make it easier to pin or submit them. So their partner has to come all the way across the ring to help them. Quick tag out to Sakura. Manhandle slam from Becky Lynch to Britt Baker on the way out of the ring. Something to remember her by. She's on the apron. And a Beck-sploder for Emi Sakura from Lynch. Sakura's up a dazed. Another Beck-sploder. Sakura able to roll through that one, however. Big chop sends Lynch down. Sakura to the top. Moonsault. 1, 2. No! Becky Lynch just rolls the shoulder. Rolls the dice on Britt Baker. Trying to get back to her corner to Kylie Ray, but Sakura cuts her off. Another moonsault. Too close to the ropes this time. Beck-sploder in response. Now Lynch has the time she needs. In comes Kylie Ray. Out goes Emi Sakura, and in comes Britt Baker. Nice double arm suplex on Kylie Ray. They've got her isolated in the red corner of the ring here as we approach the 20-minute mark in this tag team contest. Oh! Brainbuster across the knee. Kylie excellent in response with that super kick, but wrong part of town. Roll up! Tried a quick schoolboy pin attempt there, did Britt Baker, but Becky Lynch saving the matchup. Nice toss there. Center of the ring now, Kylie Ray and Britt Baker. Baker now sending Kylie Ray back into the red corner. As you can hear the call for the 20-minute mark we have passed in this contest. Super kick, spins Kylie Ray around. Drops her down to the canvas, does Britt Baker DMD. Got to be thinking lockjaw soon. Nice side slam by Kylie Ray, trying to get out from underneath here. Both ladies tag up. Becky Lynch and Emi Sakura now legal. Off they go to the northern corner of the ring. Oh, Angel's Wings by Sakura, planting Becky Lynch. Lynch trying to fight her way free here. Oh, Mongolian chops, dazing Becky Lynch, but no, Beck-sploder. Only momentarily dazed was Becky Lynch into the cover. Britt breaks it up immediately into a lockjaw. As you can see, Emi Sakura has got a face lock on Kylie Ray as well. Excellent teamwork here. Twin submissions from Team Red. Another Angel's Wings from Sakura into the Mahi Straw. 1, 2, 3. Emi Sakura with a huge win. And an Angel Wing for Kylie Ray as well from the smirking Britt Baker. As she and Sakura are victorious. Big win for Sakura, pinning a former GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. What a way to start the show. All right. Crowd loved it. Emi Sakura pins Becky Lynch. I believe, let me just double check my notes real quick. I believe this actually makes up for, yeah, at the start of the year. Oh no, Sakura's now 2-0 against Lynch. Oh, beat her in a singles contest and now beat her in this tag team contest as well. That's awesome. Lynch must be furious. Okay. Love this menu music too. Badoom. Your next contest for the NXT Championship. Some of the fightin'est champions in the world are on the GWA roster as we continually put their belts on the line against local talent, in this case local to their home promotion, as we attempt to send these wayward championships home. GWA's Eddie Guerrero putting the NXT title on the line in this case against NXT's Sarav, who I'm not intimately familiar with, although they have guested for us a few times. Here they are with their opportunity to become NXT Heavyweight Champion of the World. All they need to do is beat Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. As always, the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, signals for the whistle, and we are underway. Sarov, the larger gentleman, black and gold trim to his gear. See a bit of markings on his forehead as well. Eddie Guerrero in his traditional long tights, primarily black with some gold and blue accent. Gold boots, black and gold, of course, being the colors of Guerrero's stable, the Heat Business, consisting of Eddie Guerrero, Bobby Lashley, William Regal, and Kyle O'Reilly. Quite the formidable foursome is Eddie Guerrero's Heat Business. Crowd trying to get behind this match early. Sarov just sort of pummeling Guerrero to the canvas and stopping those claps, stopping that applause. Sending Guerrero into the red corner. Unable to follow up in the corner. Trying to pin Guerrero down. Guerrero, no stranger to fighting opponents larger than he, defeating Killian Dane just last month in defense of this title. As NXT has sent another monster to try to get their belt back. See how Eddie Guerrero fares against Sarov. K. Sarov. Guerrero, your NXT champion, able to duck that clothesline, but suffers from that big suplex spilling out to the floor. Sarov just bodying Guerrero to the canvas. Nice head scissor takeover. Snaps him close to the corner, does Guerrero. You know he's going to be thinking frog splash off the turnbuckle at any given moment. He can surprise his opponents. Mind you, it was the Three Amigos that put down Killian Dane in his last title defense. So we passed the 5-minute mark of his current one. Guerrero trying to set Sarov up in the corner. Just bounced off the turnbuckle and came back out swinging. Did the big man from India. Reversed into the corner is Guerrero. Backed up finally by Sarov. Just pummeling him back of the head, shoulder blades. Just essentially trying to beat the champion down here. Simple but effective offense from the big man. Guerrero's going to have to use all of his wrestling IQ to try to counter the pure power of Sarov here. If he has any chance of maintaining and retaining his NXT title. Big spine buster by Sarov. Now drags him away from the ropes. Another head scissor takeover by Guerrero. Sarov may be wearing himself out, hitting all these moves. Hang on. Black Tiger Bomb by Guerrero. Two. Sarov out at 2. As you can see, he's starting to suck wind a little bit in between moves here. Guerrero absorbing punishment and absorbing punishment. Meanwhile, Sarov may be wearing himself out, as we said, with not a lot to show for it. As the wily champion looking to retain here. Guerrero starting to get something going. Nice big suplex there to Sarov. Doesn't quite have the energy for a Three Amigos yet. Nice tilt-a-roll backbreaker. Drop kick to the challenger. We've passed the 10-minute mark on this one. And here come the Three Amigos from Guerrero. Planning Sarov with those 3 consecutive vertical suplexes into the pin. Sarov out at 2. Nice exploder from the NXT champion. Hooks the leg deep. 1, 2. Sarov out at 2 again. Guerrero really feeling it now, appealing to the crowd and going up top. Big frog splash, too close to the ropes. You can see Sarav's legs were underneath the bottom rope there. Immediate break to that pin attempt. Short arm clothesline by Sarav, trying to get back into this thing. Thought he had the champion right where he wanted him. But another frog splash from Guerrero into the pin. 2! Sarav escapes. Barely rolling the shoulder at 2.9. Oh, a straight shot from Guerrero. Another frog splash, this one to the back, but Sarav pops up. Short arm clothesline. Catching his breath is the challenger now. Looking to put Guerrero down. Big backbreaker. Vertical suplex by the champion, sending the challenger to the floor. Looking to follow him out there. Into the Three Amigos. On the floor. That's a thin gymnasium mat over concrete in this arena. No countout, no DQ outside the GWA ring, and we'd like to thank our newest sponsor, Spike Chunsoft, makers of the Fire Pro Wrestling video game series. I don't really play video games, but I hear it's pretty good. As now that both champion and challenger have returned to the ring, this fight can continue, at least legally. Sarav on a bit of a roll here, trying to put Guerrero down and out, bring the belt back to NXT. Sending him off the ropes. Oh, Guerrero ducks the huge clothesline. Trying to tiptoe towards Sarav. Both men down, both men up. Off the ropes comes Guerrero. Head scissor takeover. Sarav powers back to his feet. Big body slam to the NXT champion, but you can see every major move. Sarav's got to catch his wind as we're approaching 20 minutes in this championship contest. I don't know how much gas is left in the tank of Big Sarav here. Nice arm whip by Guerrero, trying to position him for the frog splash, no doubt. Sarav won't stay down. Another short arm clothesline by the challenger to the NXT Championship. Frog splash to the back from the champion. Rolls into the pin. 1, 2. Sarav at a 2 again. Eddie back up. Another frog splash to the back. Trying to drag him into a more fortuitous pinning predicament. Unfortunately, the long legs of Sarav under the bottom rope there. Eddie playing mind games, but Sarav not falling for it. Big shoulder tackle. Didn't quite translate there as he tells Eddie to bring it on. Eddie going up top. Not enough time for the frog splash. Off the ropes he's sent. Big clothesline by Sarav. Big boot. Eddie counters whatever had Sarav had to follow up. Once again, interesting choice of taunt there. Ducks the head scissor to Sarav. Powerbomb counter, stacks him up. 2, 3. Sarav wins the NXT title. And a wayward championship finds its way home. What a matchup. Woohoo! Powerbomb counter. Sarav, the new NXT title holder. And we've sent the belt back to NXT. Love it. Woohoo! Okay. Let me just erase Eddie Guerrero from my Wayward Championships list. Excellent. We're so close. There's like 4 championships. Like 4 singles titles that are currently not where they should be. And then the Impact Trios Championship is all wonky, but I don't see that resolving itself anytime soon, to be honest. Because I'd have to get in 4 people from Impact Wrestling in order to do that properly. And I don't see them showing up. Okay. Coming up next, we have our final non-title match of the show. After this one, it's just 4 straight title fights. But before we get to that, Jungle Boy, Kevin Owens. Interesting matchup here. Both recent signees to the GWA looking to prove themselves. Jungle Boy in the junior heavyweight and Kevin Owens in the heavyweight divisions, respectively. Let's get down to the ring and see how this one shakes out between Jungle Boy and the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. As always, the creature on Feaster, Mr. Bigfoot, signaling for the whistle, and this contest is underway. Jungle Boy in the brown, Kevin Owens predominantly decked out in black attire, wearing his own merch, is the prize fighter who'll be looking for that pop-up power bomb or perhaps the Stone Cold Stunner from Kevin Owens. Jungle Boy will be looking to ensnare Kevin Owens in that snare trap for the tap-out victory, his version of the STF. Owens into the corner. Poor timing there by Jungle Boy. A little early in the contest for a maneuver like that. Very deliberate body slam at Kevin Owens. Certainly stylistically representative of how he generally performs the move in real life. I appreciate that, especially with the move creator that you can get in Fire Pro now, where you can pretty much make anybody do anything. You can even like add edit parts. So I think if you wanted somebody to shoot a fireball, you could build like a Hadouken. You could probably build that with the parts editor and the move editor in this game. Hang on. Around he goes. Thought he was going Scrap Buster. He held on and turned it into an air raid crash. Nice move there at Kevin Owens. Let's see it again. Spiking Jungle Boy here. Sending Jungle Boy off the ropes once again is Owens. Jungle Boy's got to get some offense going here. It has been mostly Owens in the opening moments of this contest. The first 5 minutes solidly belonging to the prize fighter Kevin Owens.
5 minutes gone.
Locking on that headlock. Jungle Boy with one of his own. Spins it into a drop toe. Owens able to counter. Another drop toe by Jungle Boy, just trying to drop Owens on his face. Oh, float over into a super kick by Owens. Another back elbow counter. Very aggressive style from Kevin Owens. Does not back down from a fight. No way, no how. Sending Jungle Boy off once again. Pop-up power bomb into the cover. Center of the ring. 2. Jungle Boy barely rolls the shoulder. He is hurting for certain in this one. Barely 7 minutes gone in this contest. Jungle Boy's got a heck of a mountain to climb to get back into this one. Jungle Boy's got to get something going here if he hopes to stand a chance against Kevin Owens, who's been dominating the matchup. And there's the stunner. 1, 2. Jungle Boy escapes. 2 stunners in a row. 1, 2. Another escape. Big back body drop. Thought he might have been going for another pop-up power bomb. Snap suplex out of Jungle Boy, who has just been getting battered and bruised for almost 10 minutes now. Small package attempt, but he's too close to the ropes. Barely knows where he is. Oh, powerbomb counter to the roll-up, but again, too close to the ropes is Jungle Boy. It's very difficult to set your opponents up in the northern and southern corners of the ring. It's better to stay in the middle or go east-west. There you can see Owens pulling Jungle Boy away from the ropes. Wisely done. Hang on. Drops the big elbow. Does Jungle Boy at the 10-minute mark here, pulling Owens away from the ropes. Looking to follow up, but Owens reverses. Pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2. No, Jungle Boy's out again. Thought that may have been it. Super kick by Owens. Owens off the ropes. Big clothesline. Headlock into the drop toe once again by Jungle Boy, sending the top turnbuckle. Elbow drop, small of the back. Trying to seize up the torso of Kevin Owens. Gonna break down his core muscles. The action spilling out to the floor. No countouts, no disqualifications. Anything goes outside the GWA ring so long as the fighters return to the ring for a 3 count or a tap out. As Owens hits another stunner to Jungle Boy, this time on the floor. Jungle Boy has been giving it his all, and he's been gaining ground here and there, but overall, this thing is still Kevin Owens' match to lose, in my opinion. Let's see what Jungle Boy can do to further pull back even and eventually, perhaps, get that momentum. Oh, back, powerbomb counter, stacked up by Owens. Jungle Boy escapes again. Hanging on by a thread is Jungle Boy Jack Perry, swinging neck breaker into the cover. 2 count on Owens this time. Big back body drop. Oh, Senton Itamiko. Just slugging it out back and forth. Going a little fried Takayama. Slowly, slowly. Jungle Boy with a super kick to settle the score. Swinging neck breaker under Owens this time. Jaw-jacking Jungle Boy while he does it. Suplex is going to send Jungle Boy outside the ring this time. Owens is going to follow him up. Again, no count out, no DQ out here. Ref powerless to stop this. Just has to wait for the competitors to return to the ring. Oh, suplex on the floor. Owens having a good time. Really feeling himself here. You can see him jawing with the crowd too. Oh, suplex counter there by Owens. Lickety split. Jungle Boy barely had himself set for whatever maneuver he was attempting. Another back elbow counter into the super kick by Owens. Jungle Boy with a drop toe. Small package, 1, 2, 3. Jungle Boy with a surprise small package in the 3 count. Victory from the jaws of defeat. What an upset victory for Jungle Boy. Well, all right then. Out of nowhere. What resilience. Able to hang on. Small package. Center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, roll-ups are deadly. Jungle Boy making a case. Maybe his roll-ups can be the one to finally counter Bill Bullock's stomach claw. To be continued. Okay, coming up next, however, we have ourselves the Noah Heavyweight Championship on the line. Technically, amongst 2 roster members of the GWA. Kurt Angle's been with us for a while now, and we just hired Sakuraba specifically so that they could drop the Noah title and we could fire them. We'll see if Kurt Angle can accomplish that goal, or at least further our advancement toward that goal by defeating Sakuraba and winning the Noah Heavyweight title. Last time Sakuraba had to defend this belt was 1 month ago against Go Shiozaki. Before that was years ago. Sakuraba is desperate to hang on to this, as you should be able to tell from his style in this matchup. A relentless striking and submission game from both of these gentlemen should be on display, as you see a quick attempt there. Sakuraba with the immediate takedown of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Wasting no time once that bell rung. And if anyone on the GWA roster is going to be a good match for Sakuraba, it's going to be Kurt Angle here. Elite level ground game from the Gracie Hunter Sakuraba, the current Noah champion. As we said, we're trying to get that Noah title off of him so we can get it back to Pro Wrestling Noah eventually. Sakuraba had it as a freelance competitor in the Japanese... Hang on. Quick submission attempt there by Kurt Angle. Excellent counter for counter holds we're going here. Sakuraba had the title as a freelance competitor in the Japanese free agency market for literally years without being booked, till he finally decided to sign a GWA contract, but one in which there were rather heavy stipulations, and told him that he must defend at every show. And once he loses the belt, he's in danger of losing his employment here, just as he was in danger of losing to those strikes to the back of the head, which are a disqualificationable offense here in the GWA. Kurt Angle trying to cover up as best he can as Sakuraba goes for takedown after takedown. It might take a very specific athlete to take down Sakuraba and win this belt. Big moonsault from the Olympic gold medalist, who, as you can tell, has adapted his amateur wrestling style, merged it with the pro wrestling essence that has led him to championship after championship. Sakuraba sticking with what brought him success in his career as well, that straight MMA training. Not the flashiest, as we said, or most exciting competitor, but Sakuraba is there to win. Nice dragon screw counter by Kurt. We have seen a lot of holds and counter holds and a lot of movement in this ring, and we have only just now passed the 5-minute mark in this championship contest. If we make it to 7 minutes, it will be a record length Noah title defense, at least as far as the GWA era of the Noah Championship is concerned. As soon as Go Shiozaki was busted open in that last title contest with Sakuraba, he pounced and got his victory. Oh God! And now he's busted open Kurt Angle as well! Last time Sakuraba saw blood, he went for that neck lock and it was all over. Once again, getting Angle back to the... Now this again, he has to five to break this. It is not legal for those open shots to the back of the head of your opponent. That could do serious damage. Now into these chops again, trying to get Kurt Angle to open up so he can attempt further damage. As we're cresting toward the 8-minute mark. Nice roll through by Kurt into the ankle lock, but too close to the ropes. Spikes him with the DDT, does Angle. Bleeding profusely is the challenger to the Noah Championship. Champion Sakuraba with the ankle lock. Grapevines the leg, and Kurt Angle has had enough. Once again, Sakuraba, the mat wizard, takes down another challenger. The combined forces of Pro Wrestling Noah and the GWA are going to have to put their thinking caps on to get this Noah belt off of Sakuraba, if his first 2 title defenses are any indication. As we said, not the flashiest or most entertaining wrestler out there, but definitely built to win is Kazushi Sakuraba, defending the Noah title. All right. Don't let that get you down, because we have 3 more title fights headed your way, starting with, for the DDT Heavyweight Championship. DDT is a over 20-year wrestling promotion out of Japan. DDT standing for Dramatic Dream Team. They've produced such stars as Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Their current champion is Randy Savage, who is employed by the WWE, and he will be putting the DDT Championship on the line against GWA roster member Bret the Hitman Hart. Macho Man versus the Hitman for the DDT Championship. Mr. Bigfoot signals for the whistle, and away we go. Classic Macho Man attire for Randy Savage here. Pink and white trunks, yellow and white boots, and as per usual, Bret Hart in his pink and black attack. We'll be looking to lock on that sharpshooter. Randy Savage will be looking to hit that Savage elbow drop from the top. The move that's put every other competitor away, with the possible exception of the Ultimate Warrior, the only wrestler that seemed to be immune, largely, to the Savage elbow drop. Nice suplex there. Randy Savage, DDT champion, WWE contracted wrestler, here against GWA's Bret Hart. Former leader of a stable no longer in Hey! Oh, hello, Combat King. Nice to see you. Oh, you have your own shout out, by the way, if you see the friendship one. That shouts out y'all, you and your crew. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Thanks for joining us in the middle of our second of 2 shows today. Bret Hart in the ring against Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage's DDT Heavyweight Championship on the line, as we are slowly but surely trying to return all the titles to their respective promotions. As you see Bret with the Bret's Rope elbow drop there, signature offense from the Hitman. Trying to wear down the Macho Man for that sharpshooter submission hold. And a chance to become DDT champion. Straight shots exchanged now. Nice counter into the Bulldog by Bret as you heard the 5-minute mark in this championship contest. 2 more titles on the line as we end our afternoon show here. Following this one, Bret going all the way to the top. Trying to outdo Savage with an elbow drop of his own. Small of the back though, which also serves to wear Savage down for that sharpshooter. Bret Hart thinking 3 moves ahead as per usual. Oh, a big spine buster out of Bret Hart there. Nicely done. More of a water wheel drop perhaps, but either or. Counter out of the Hitman. Bret Hart slowly starting to pull away in this contest. At least, hang on, I may have spoken too soon as Savage goes up, misses the elbow drop. Bret Hart trying to slow things down with a sleeper on the champion. Trying to take advantage of the fact that Savage was dazed after hitting the canvas. European uppercuts from Hart. Dropping Savage, center of the ring. Off the ropes comes Bret. Big forearm striking into the cover. 2. Randy Savage out at 2. Spike with a DDT. Challenger Bret Hart with utmost confidence locking in the sharpshooter. Running away with this thing here. As the first 5 minutes were even, these next 5 minutes have been all Hitman. As we're just approaching the 10-minute mark in this title fight. Savage has got a mountain to climb here if he's to successfully defend his DDT Heavyweight Championship. Forearm shiver to the back of the head. Now a back body drop and back into the sharpshooter by the Hitman. And that will do it. Once Bret took over, he did not relinquish control. And we have ourselves a new DDT champion, the GWA's Bret the Hitman Hart. Not a very exciting match, but I'll take it. All right, so now we no longer have to go to the WWE to hire Savage and then to the DDT promotion to hire somebody to get the DDT title defended. I just need to put Bret in the match and hire somebody from DDT. So the fewer people I have to invite to my show is the fewer people that can no-show my events, which is, you know, always great. I like it when people show up for work. Boom! Well, that's all right, Felly. Happy you're back with us. As Bret Hart defeats Randy Savage for the DDT title. And we got 2 more title fights coming your way. First up, the GWA Legends Junior Championship is up for grabs as champion Time Bomb Hiromu Takahashi puts the belt on the line against Black Moon Fight Club's Kevin Blackwood, as it's a double BMF club main event. First Blackwood against Takahashi, and then the big one, Jay White of New Japan, the current GWA champion, going up against GWA's icon, Sting! But first, as we said, Kevin Blackwood, Hiromu Takahashi for the Legends Junior belt. As always, the referee on record, Mr. Bigfoot, signaling for the whistle, and we are underway. Nice counter to start things off there by your champion, Hiromu Takahashi, in the multicolored tights and fuzzy boots. Kevin Blackwood representing the Black Moon Fight Club, dressed in their traditional attire of plain black and white. Blackwood started as purely an indie wrestler and then has added some MMA. Hang on, quick tiger driver center of the ring there. Has added some MMA skills and abilities to his overall work. Uses that tiger driver as an impact finish and also uses a roll through heel hook as a submission finish, this Kevin Blackwood, where Hiromu Takahashi uses a maneuver he calls the time bomb, much like his nickname. Has a number of maneuvers, in fact, does Takahashi, where he'll drop you, squaw on your head. As we saw Blackwood going for another tiger driver, this time spilling out of the ring. Hiromu able to catch his breath a little bit, smartly done by the champion. Butterfly suplex by Kevin Blackwood, center of the ring and into a heel hook. That's a variation of his finisher, not the normal one that he uses, but certainly it's going to wear down the champion. As will this face lock. Smart, sound strategy out of Kevin Blackwood to this point. Hiromu Takahashi, known for their abrupt, some say sudden, unpredictable, unorthodox offense. And if you start to break down your opponent's limbs, as Blackwood is doing, it is increasingly difficult to mount that style of offense. So Kevin Blackwood sticking to the groundwork that got him this championship opportunity in the first place. As you now see a little submission work out of Hiromu Takahashi, try to bring it right back to Kevin Blackwood here. You often hear that so-and-so would love to control the pace, so-and-so would love to do this. I can assure you that any serious competitor would love to be in charge of the pace and the offensive momentum of any given matchup that they are in. So far, Kevin Blackwood has been doing an excellent job of forcing Hiromu Takahashi to wrestle his match, as opposed to letting, oh God, Hiromu wrestle his own, but things could turn around after that flip pile driver into the cover, two, oh gosh, almost dim the lights of Blackwood. Blackwood immediately slowing things back down so he can recover himself. That's what we talked about, that sudden, abrupt, unorthodox offense of a Hiromu Takahashi, hitting that destroyer out of nowhere on Blackwood, who goes right back to work on the Legends Junior champ. Oh, Hiromu able to dodge that drop kick, but not that tiger driver. 1, 2. Hiromu out at 2, or perhaps 1.99. Clipping the knee out. From Takahashi back into another tiger driver, too close to the ropes. Hiromu's got a heck of a mountain to climb here after these opening 10 minutes. But he's starting to put some work in. Nice backdrop suplex. Forearm combinations from Takahashi, your Legends Junior champ. And now he sets up Kevin Blackwood in the corner. Swinging DDT by the Legends champ. Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Blackwood just escapes again. Perhaps if Hiromu had hooked a leg, it would be over.
10 minutes gone.
Blackwood looking for that knockout shot. Or to sink in a submission and force Hiromu to tap here. There it is, roll through into the ankle lock. That heel hook, that's his signature submission hold. But the time bomb keeps on ticking. Super kick, using the bad leg to his advantage somehow. Belly to belly off the ropes by the time bomb. Oh, sliding drop kick, side of the head of Blackwood. Dragon screw now. Hiromu seems to have come alive here. And Blackwood's hoping to silence him. Hoping to put him right back to sleep. Just grabs a face lock, dragged him into the corner now. Blackwood countering. Another dragon screw by Hiromu Takahashi. Legends Junior Champion trying to retain here, setting his contender into the corner, missing the big forearm strike. Oh, Blackwood with the German into the corner. Forced to break the pin attempt. Chin crusher to the champion. Hiromu slowly but surely getting on an even keel here. Nice drop kick to the face of the challenger. Hiromu and Blackwood going back and forth. Big super kick for the champion. Blackwood telling the crowd this is it. Hiromu counters with a snap suplex. Oh, butterfly suplex, this time into the turnbuckle goes Hiromu Takahashi. Blackwood into the cover, 2! Takahashi kicks out at 2, reverses off the ropes. Big drop kick to the chest of Blackwood. Another drop kick to the challenger. Belly to belly. Hiromu starting to string some stuff together. Every time I mention that, it gets countered. No, flipping pile driver into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Hiromu retains. What a war. What resilience from your Legends Junior Champion, Hiromu Takahashi. And still. Now, is that a portent? A sign of things to come, as Kevin Blackwood's stable leader, Sting, also has a championship opportunity coming up in your main event of the afternoon. Ba-boom. A successful title defense for Hiromu Takahashi of the Legends Junior belt. Let's see how New Japan Pro Wrestling competitor Switchblade Jay White fares when he defends the GWA Heavyweight title against the Icon, Sting. For the final time today, your referee on record, Mr. Bigfoot, signals for the whistle. And this championship match is underway. GWA champion Switchblade Jay White in the long white trunks, excuse me, the long white tights. Sting in the long black singlet with white and black crow-style face paint. We'll be looking for the Scorpion Death Lock or the Scorpion Death Drop to put Jay White down. Jay White, of course, will be looking for that Blade Runner, his version of the Crossroads, or Sister Abigail. It's a maneuver not unlike that. You see a big one-arm body slam at a Sting. Former bodybuilder out of Venice Beach, California. In there with Jay White from New Zealand. Former young boy, has come through the New Japan system. Started from the bottom, now he is here. The GWA World Heavyweight Champion, proudly representing his home promotion of New Japan Pro Wrestling in the main event of a GWA show against the Icon Sting. Sting, who is hoping to bring the GWA title back to the gnarly wrestling aisle. Jay White looking to successfully defend the title and bring it back to Japan and New Japan Pro Wrestling until we can crown another #1 contender and arrange the flight to bring Jay White back to defend the title. As he's got Sting in a Boston Crab momentarily. Nice drop kick off the ropes from your GWA Heavyweight Champion. Jay White defeated Mitsuharu Misawa to become GWA World Heavyweight Champion a few months ago at a GWA versus New Japan Pro Wrestling promotional warfare event. An event that the GWA lost 1 match to 4 in the best of 5 singles contests. Oh, nicely dodged there. Sting dodging the elbow, didn't dodge that low blow, however. As Jay White, desperate to keep his championship, will pull out all the stops in order to remain GWA World Champion, including that Death Valley driver Dropping the Icon Sting on his head into the cover, but he's too close to the ropes. Swinging neckbreaker now. After every move Jay does, seems to be looking for approval from the crowd. Nice suplex there, but Sting's back on his feet. Powerbomb from the Icon. Trying to follow up his Stinger, but right back on the attack goes Jay White, trying to keep Sting trapped in this southern corner. I think the idea is, even if Jay White can't go for a pin, he can still inflict damage, and if Sting attempts a Scorpion Deathlock, he'd be too close to the ropes for it to count. But hang on, Sting getting wise to that strategy, trying to bring the fight back to the center of the ring. Off they go, ducking. The European uppercut is the Icon. But he gets suplexed, so just a momentarily brilliant bit of technical wizardry there from Sting. And there it is, the Blade Runner! Out of the Switchblade, 1, 2! Sting barely escapes! 2 Blade Runners! Back into the cover goes the champion! 2! Sting's out again! Sting in a big bad way, in dire straits here. 2 Blade Runners in a row. Try to get it back. Try to get back to it. Oh, the BCL lock!
Give up.
An inverted STF.
10 minutes.
Innovated by Keiji Muto. So we barely passed the 10-minute mark of this one, and the much younger, much more athletic Jay White starting to wrestle circles around the Icon Sting. Sting trying to pick his spots where he can, but the onslaught of the current GWA World Champion proving to be tough to endure. Sting able to kick Jay White off in that instance. Now sending the champion off the ropes. Big boot from the Icon. Jay White once again quelling that offensive rush from the Stinger. Maintaining his advantage right back to the back. Trying to seize up that back of the Sting. The longer this thing goes, you got to figure it's going to favor the champion Jay White. As both men are down, you can see Sting's dazed when he's getting up. He's already sort of trying to catch his breath when he stands, when he's not performing maneuvers. Nice drop toe there by Sting. Nice takeover as well. Fisherman Buster rolling through is Jay White. 3 Fisherman Busters in a row. What a combination. Sting looks down and out. Just desperate to try to fend off Jay White at this point. Stinger grabs the face lock though. Got him center of the ring. Sets him up in the corner. Big Stinger splash. Rolls him into the pin. 1, 2, no! Jay White just escapes after that Stinger splash. Sting calling for it. The death lock. He's got it in. And that's it. Jay White taps. Sting has done it. You're never too old to climb to the top of the mountain. Woo! And just like that, we got our title back. Ba-boom! All right. Technically not as good as our last show overall, just because of that Sakuraba match, I guess. Oh, the Sakuraba and the Bret Hart matches. Those two. Anyway, beyond that, Sting wins the belt back. Excellent. I'm so happy. That didn't take long at all. Oh yeah, they get the NXT belt. And Bret wins the DDT belt. All right, so we had some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. In front of almost 45,000 people. Heck yeah. How do we do money-wise? Got new tag team champions in NXT. We got new CMLL champ. I didn't send anybody anywhere, so there's no danger of Aerostar is a new AAA Junior champ. Got new DDT Junior champions. We'll try to get you your main belt back soon. Got new All Japan Junior champions. A lot of tag teams changing hands. We got a new Noah Junior champion. We're trying to get the Noah main belt back to you as well. We made money. We made 115 grand. Having zero television presence, we still managed to make $115,000. Is anybody going to offer us a broadcast contract? This is insane. Chris in America. Interesting. I don't know who that is. Mandy. No, thank you. Casey from NXT. No, thank you. We don't need that either. Yes. Free talent from Noah. Yes, please. There's a contender. Let me just write that down. That's great. Good for them. So now we have Shuei in from Noah. Okay. Still no offers to broadcast our stuff on TV. That makes me sad. I'm not going to worry about checking people's like money asks or anything like that. I'm just going to do my training center maintenance. Let's do this real quick. Send out another scout. Try to somebody in the USA. It was a Chris. So we'll go check. We'll go alphabetize the free agents in America and see if there's a Chris that's worth it. There are a couple of people currently on my roster that I wouldn't mind letting go. So nothing wrong there. Oh, we got 2 people here. Okay. Sure. Keep your whatever your expertise is, your default. I'll go Kings Road just because it's more compatible with Strong Style. Off you go. Send them out. Save that. Now let's go Human Resources. Offer contract. Somebody in the USA, huh? Or North America. Let's just go down to see where we can see the Chris's. Chris Bay, Chris Harris, Chris Von Erich, Christian Cage. I think it was Chris Harris that they just found. I'm okay not having found Chris Harris. That's okay. Okay, we got more people on offer in Latin America, but I don't know if they're people that actually want on offer. Oh, Santos Escobar isn't that bad. I might want to like update them a little bit, but that's not bad. Oh, Pagano. All right, anyway, enough of all that. I will do salary considerations off screen, and I think that'll do it for now. I'm so happy. Let me just double check our... let's look at title belts. There, we got our belts back. So Sting has it. We got those. We never activated our junior heavyweight tag team belts because they can contend for the regular tag teams. It doesn't matter if you're junior or heavy, you can just contend for it. That's for our weekly. So Damian Priest is the WWE champion. Mustafa Ali is the junior champ. New Japan. Oh, Jay White was also the New Japan champion. No wonder he was so strong. Shinsuke Takagi is the junior champ. Okay. Matt Jackson, AEW. Matt Jackson Jr. Matt Jackson, part of the junior tag team. Nice. Okay, so NXT, we got Sarov got it back. Ciampa's the... Okay, those are all back. Those all work. Big Japan, Hulk Hogan beating Hollywood Hogan for the honor. Okay. Those are all good. PCO. Just making sure they... Okay, so they need that one back. That's one of the... Will Ospreay works for New Japan, so that's... And DDT, we gotta get that one back. It's not that many. Rob Van Dam works for All Japan, so that's okay. Rey Mysterio works for Dragon Gate, obviously, so that's okay. Sabin works there, that's fine. The 6-man is the one where Eddie Edwards teams with 2 of our guys. So we just gotta get this back, and then we're good. Yeah, everything else is where it should be. The Legends, no one's ever going to have those again because this promotion doesn't exist anymore. And the Hall of Fame we have back. We had the Legends Championship, but it disappeared. Anyway. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. All I did was look at stuff, and I still want to save real quick. Anyway. Close this. And I can thank everyone for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be, and wishing everybody out there chill vibes and clear skies.
If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We're going to be back on the air Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to advance to the Industrial Age, in Ark, Survival Evolved. Before we do that, let's find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. There we go. Got a raid all set up. We'll go do that. And thanks for hanging, everybody. Hope to see you soon. If not, have a great day. Ta-ta for now.